What up, y'all? It's the Yungavelle back at it with another video. Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee Talk with the Yungavelle and Cora. Cora's asleep though, because she is a nocturnal species. So, just wanted to do this quick video on this concept that is very helpful. It's very helpful. And it's such a light shift that I feel like, let me just share this as I'm sipping this coffee with all you guys. So I posted a quick little snippet on it on my IG a couple days ago, and I got a lot of good responses from people that were like, hey man, this message just came right in the nick of time. This is something that I needed to hear. And I feel like this is something that we all go through because it's a daily thing. So, it's this. What you track determines your lens. Not attract. What you track, like what you keep track of, determines your lens. So choose carefully, right? I'm going to read a little snippet that basically is going to summarize this stuff, and then we'll go in. Those of us who are lucky enough to live in a world where we have enough and we have a roof over our head and we have food, we find ourselves caught in the cycle of keeping track of the wrong things. Keeping track of how many times we've been rejected. Keeping track of how many times it didn't work. Keeping track of all the times someone has broken our heart or double-crossed us or let us down. Of course we can keep track of those things, but why? Why are you keeping track of those things? Is it serving you? Is it making you better? Wouldn't it make more sense to keep track of the other stuff? To keep track of all the times that it worked, all the little victories that you had, all the times we took a risk, all the times we were able to brighten someone else's day. When we start doing that, we start to redefine ourselves as people who are able to make an impact on the world, and that's huge. That's huge. As you change your narrative, you start to as you change your narrative to something like, how many times did I brighten someone else's day, or something that's beneficial, you start to change the narrative of yourself to seeing yourself as someone that can make an impact on the world. It took me a bunch of cycles to figure out that the narrative was up to me. If a narrative isn't working, well then really why are you using it? The narrative isn't done to you. The narrative is something that you choose. Once we can dig deep and find a different narrative, then we ought to be able to change the game. Simple. So simple. And this is from Tools of Titans. This is the book that I'm reading right now. It's dumb thick, pause. But it is super good, man. Look how thick that book is, and I'm only this far ahead. But it's the tactics, routines, and habits of billionaires, icons, and world-class performers. So I just take my time. You just read a page or read a section a day, and there are little things that you can apply. So you change your narrative. Your narrative is up to you. That's huge, man, because a lot of us, a lot of the time, are telling ourselves stories, right? And then when we have things not go our way, in whatever fashion that may be, we start to reinforce that narrative, that negative narrative about ourselves. Like, let's say, for example, you might believe that you're not really that good with women, and you're afraid of rejection, so you don't go to you won't cold approach. And let's say at a time you do feel like cold approach and you get rejected, and then you play on a narrative like, dang, I'm not good with women, or dang, I'm not good enough, or dang, da 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 da. These things feed negative narratives. So if it's like when I had and I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, like when I wrote Icy Fire, the track, off of Sacred G. Link is in the bio, and I actually got the tracks on my video, so just scroll down and you'll see that I put six music tracks out. So for Icy Fire, that was one of the I got some of the best feedback about, because I was singing and rapping, and I was singing well. And I would think after I made that track, like, dang, can I make another? Will I be able to make another like catchy hook like that? Will I be able to sing like that again? And I switched my narrative. Instead of thinking like, dang, I don't know if I'm gonna make another track like that, to I'm an excellent songwriter. I'm a great songwriter. And just me making that little switch, the music that I got coming to you guys on the way, great songwriting. Great songwriting. Like, great singing, great songwriting. I'm listening to music differently. And I think it's because I changed it. It was a simple choice of choosing a narrative that's going to benefit me. That's going to benefit me. Like, yeah, I'm a great songwriter. I'm a great songwriter. Boom, just stick with that. Like, if you're not good with women or something like that, you could frame a narrative and say, hey, I'm getting better with women. And then naturally you'll start to gravitate to those things that are going to get you naturally better with women, like understanding masculine frame, hypergamy, being physically attractive, like getting in the gym and stuff. You start to gravitate to that. So this is why the end part of what you track determines your lenses. Choose carefully, because it's always your choice. And some of these narratives have been placed upon us unconsciously, subconsciously. When we were little, a lot of people tell us what our narrative is. And then you go about your life reinforcing that narrative without even knowing. To the point that when you get to a certain age, you're like, damn, I'm this way. When it's like, nah, you're much more powerful than you think. You have much more control over your narrative than you may think. So this is why I wanted to share with you guys. Like, I want you guys to understand how powerful you really are in determining your day-to-day experience, and determining how you view yourself. How you view yourself. Because your narrative is going to determine your lens. And your lens is going to determine how you feel. How you feel about the world, how you feel about yourself. So you change your narrative to something that is serving you. It could be the littlest things. That's something that you got to figure out. How do you want to apply those narratives to whatever situations that you got going on? How do you want to apply positive narratives to whatever situations, whatever goals you got going on? And you just stick with those narratives. Stick with those narratives, and you'll start to see that your lens is gonna make you feel, it's gonna feel better. It's gonna feel better. But it takes you to exercise the power of choice. That's me and my buddy, we're gonna get into a deep build about choice and how it is the key. That is the key. Like in the Matrix, the third one, Neo met the architect, and he said, the problem is choice. So I'm not going to give any more gems away about that video, but we're going to go in, because it's worth it, man. And you start to unlock a lot of stuff when you start getting down that rabbit hole. But that's all I really wanted to talk about today. What you track determines your lens. So choose carefully. Track things that actually matter. Track things that benefit you. Track things that actually make you feel good. Track the wins in your life. Alright? So, not going to do too much talking. Always got to plug my stuff because it's high quality. I got merch in the description. The Awakened Alpha merch. Definitely support me, guys. This Awakened Alpha movement, I'm going to grow it. I'm going to grow it into a millionaire blueprint, a millionaire man awakened alpha blueprint. That's coming very soon. So support me. I got the t-shirts. I got the music. Sacred G is out on all platforms. Take a listen. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to hear about in the upcoming podcast that I'm going to start with my boy. And keep pushing forward, y'all. Keep pushing forward. Know that with patience, perseverance and discipline, you guys can have the life that you want, but it won't be easy. Life is hard, and you're going against. Feel me? You're creating, you're pushing. So, are you built for that? I think you are. I think you can be. Just takes choice. So, until next time, like I always say, guys, remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection.